Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, I don't care. I really don't care. It's so trash. This video exists simply because it's a hot button topic on the internet right now, and we all out here for these views. But I do feel like there's something more to be said about the entire experiment when it comes to Disney Star Wars that I haven't said in previous videos. Mainly that I don't go where I'm not wanted. They said when they purchased it from Lucasfilm that they did not want males. They no guys. We do not want masculinity in this franchise anymore. And I heard them loud and clear. I was like, all right, peace. I'm out. Unfortunately, not everyone got the memo, and it should have been evident. It should have been insanely clear the moment they killed the extended universe. The moment I was like, oh man, the writing is on the wall because they had endless content to go from. They really did. They had an entire universe at their disposal with dozens, hundreds of stories that could be adapted and made into something really fantastic. Endless characters that they could have adapted and made into something fantastic. But no, they did what a chick does when she moves in, right? Like let's say my man, you got a house, cool. lady lady moves in, she instantly becomes an interior decorator, right? Knocking everything out. Oh man, you can't, like, we gotta get rid of this, we gotta get rid of that, we gotta get rid of this, until guess what, your place is now really essentially her place. And that's exactly what Disney, Kathleen Kennedy, and Lucasfilm did when that purchase went through. And honestly, it's all right because people got hit to it after the Last Jedi. That's the name of it, right? Yeah, after the Last Jedi, where Rian Johnson just threw it into complete chaos. To whereas this movie right here, there's no way it can make logical sense. Nothing in this franchise, like, he really did torpedo the entire storyline. There was the what's that, the first one, the Force Awakens, was, yeah, it was a retread, but you're supposed to, like, expand from there. And nah, he's like, I'm going to run this right into a ship and split the fan base and everybody else. And it's just been hilarious to watch. It really has been. So, as far as speculating on, oh my goodness, this in movie, it's like I said, there's a lot of parallels to be made between, what happened here and anything that has the masculine being infused with the feminine. If the masculine isn't strong enough to, say, hey, look, we to check the feminine, it'll just ride it into the ground. I'm not going to see this movie at all. I really couldn't care less about any of these characters. Finn is the most disappointing piece of shit that I've ever seen on the screen, primarily because it was touted, like, I mean, he's the first person you see in the Force Awakens. Oh man, brother, all right, cool. It's no different than Token Black from South Park, right? Like, you see brother, you're like, all right, cool, man, this is good. This is gonna be great. Oh, he can't be a badass. He can only be a coward, and then have his arc just completely annihilated in two films. And that's the thing, it was a lot of retreading. So I couldn't care less. I really couldn't care less. But they're the ones that decided to put all this identity stuff into it. They like Lucasfilm and Disney, without a plan at all, decided, hey, we just need to make sure that it's a chick in there and there's a black guy in there and we got a handsome other guy who we're gonna completely just emasculate at every given turn. And when it comes to the visuals, the movie is stunning, man. It looks like it's going to be a gorgeous flick, right? But that's the problem. It's all gorgeousness. It looks fantastic, but there's no substance there. All of this is just, it's weightless. It's meaningless because, yeah, you unwisely went against the grain when it came to, expanding this universe and sending it out there. And it's only, but so your looks only last so long. right? And it's crazy because if of anybody to understand this, you'd like to think it'd be women. Like beauty fades, the substance underneath never goes away, and all this right here is just completely substanceless. Daisy Ridley, yeah, Daisy Ridley is 35% of, but that's like I said, that's like a minimum standard. Finn, like John Boyega. You know what? I just this is the second franchise that you kind of trashed, my dude, because you also did the Pacific Rim, that Pacific Rim Uprising movie or whatever the hell it was called. It's like my guy, like like they trying to push you, like you the next Denzel. You ain't the next Denzel, bruh. Sorry, there's only one Denzel. Or even Chadwick Boseman, who got to play a whole bunch of people. Then what's that Poe, who was a cool looking character, but like, bro, they completely emasculated him in the last movie. So, it's all myth feminism, and Chewie just sitting there with absolutely nothing to do. Let's see. This isn't this from what's the name though? Like this is the footage. Everybody knows. Like everybody knows. We live in a time where you can't sit here and try to be like, oh well, in movie universe we'll do this one thing, but this is the exact same footage from the first movie of Ray and Leia holding each other. I'm not pressing play on this because the Joker video got claimed by Warner Brothers, even though it was it was completely within fair use. But whatevs. Yeah, this is cute. No, that looks alright. I mean, that's the thing. It is visually stunning, but there is no. It's like it's all frosting. It's all frosting. There's no egg and flour and the cake underneath the frosting to give it a little substance, to give it a little weight. I mean, it's completely empty calories, but still, it's nothing to actually, sustain yourself on. It's like a whole, but it's just like it's like just syrupy Kool-Aid at this point, right? Like that's all it is. But like I said, it's a what's the name? They can't sexualize her at all. You said you didn't want me there. I don't want to be there. I'm making this video primarily because I want to express how much I'm not gonna be there, and it's a pretty poppin' topic right now. So yeah, this is what feminism gets you. I'm very interested to see how the box office plays out on this one, because fool me once, fool me twice. Let's see what they going with this. Let's see what they didn't fool me once at all with this one. Nah, I definitely pirated like the first two movies when I saw them, and it was just like, this is trash. This is real trash. But it will be very interesting to see how this plays out, like whatever way that they decide to take it. But it's not in any way you're not going to be able to satisfy literally anyone with this ending, because you couldn't satisfy anybody in the second movie. Like the first movie really got over until people realized, wait, this is just a rehash. Well, let's see what they do with the second one, and with no game plan, destroying an extended universe and saying, oh, I know better than everybody else. I'm gonna sit here, buy this multi-billion-dollar franchise and not lean on the people that built it. That like, come on, Disney. Like what part of the game is that? How does that work? And trust me, Marvel's hitting that iceberg as well, because of what's happened with the comic books. So you go away from the people who made these things, the people and the concepts that made these franchises worth so much. You step away from them and keep stepping away until boom, you're off on the reservation, and you're not going to be able to turn the type of profits that you're going to need to turn. I really don't see this one doing the gangbusters that the other films did. I think people will go in, see it once, and be like, I bet that's how it ended, and call it a day, as opposed to people being like, yeah, I need to go see this 8, 9 times. I'll be looking at like, yo, I barely needed to see it once. But you really gonna go see this like 8 or 9 times? Oh, I'm sorry, man. It's just not that not that interested, because they told me they don't want me there. And I don't know, it's a pretty good strategy to not be places or give people money who told you that they don't want your money. Come on, fellas. Let's be real about this. So, anyways, I think that's it. What would you put Daisy Ridley as? Because I mean, she's hella generic, but at the same time, like, I mean, yeah, it's an easy yes. Just I don't know. Let's see. Oh, C3PO. These are my friends. I want to look one more time at my friend. Like, you can tell that they are pandering so hard with this flick. Like, they are begging people to come and see this movie. They really are. Anything else? Anything else I can speak on? Like I said, the film looks fantastic, but looks only get you so far. All right, what else do you have for us? And the answer is a big old nothing. So, with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like, dislike, yeah, go ahead, do that too. I ain't scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring, and YouTube and BitChute and the like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Like, why even bother, right? Like, because they, like I said, fellas, for the most part, they don't want us there. And whether you want to admit it or not, ladies, you need the guys, because chicks follow dudes. That's how it ends up. Like, I mean, us as guys, right? Just speaking in generalities, right? We get it popping. Ladies be like, oh, well, I want to get it popping too. I want to get in there. I want to see what that's about. Us as guys, we're always willing. We're always like, yeah, come on. I'll show you how this get down. Hey, nice vagina you got there. You know what I'm saying? Can I take a dip? But it's the truth. It's the truth. Like, that's kind of just how that symmetry works. And to sit here and be like, oh yeah, females are gonna lead it. Okay, cool. But as when it comes to a vast majority of men, we know how chaotic and disruptive that the female mindset and the female psychology can be. So it's just like, yeah, it is going to come with a lot more scrutiny. And you're like, oh, like, trust me, I'm black. I know we gotta prove ourselves twice as hard. Everybody has to prove themselves twice as hard. Trust me, if that little skinny guy, right? If there's this skinny dude, he's around a whole bunch of buff dudes. They can all be Caucasian, right? That little skinny dude is gonna have to prove himself to the big buff dudes, as on a physical level and at an intellectual level, right? The big buff dudes would have to prove themselves to the skinny. We all have our perceptions, we all have our prejudices, right? But at the same time, work past it. At least that's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta look beyond that. So, and Disney really failed to do that when it came to how they handled this property. And it's sad. But let me know what you think in the comments. All right? And until the next one.